in the library mechanization, we were using the different types of machines in the library, the mechanical system in the library. For example, we used to have a library lift which was operated electrically to lift the books from basement or different floors to the circulation desk. Then we had Xerox machines in the library, photocopy machines in the library, and there are other machines in the library. That is the mechanization part. Then later on, the computer came, and we started using computer in the libraries. And the term developed was library computerization. Then the next is the automation. Automation is the integration of various machines in the library, the software part which handles the various library operations, and the integration of ICT into the system. If we go to the history of library software packages, initially it started along back in 1969. International perspective, International Labour Organization, which associated with the UNESCO, using their library, and they have used the software, basically a computer program. And in the computer program, they have developed a computerized documentation services. That was a CDS. And later on, the computerized documentation services was developed into a different set of functions related to the library, developing a bibliographic database of the documents, and they developed ISIS, Integrated Set of Information System. So the program which was launched by UNESCO, that was CDS ISIS. In India, the CDS ISIS came in 1985 to the DST, Department of Science and Technology. First it came to INSDOC, Indian National Scientific Documentation Center, now in ISCARE. In the INSDOC, we started using CDS ISIS, and CDS ISIS was having a different functionality. It was having a functionality to define the database of the book, and then define, after definition of a database, and then developing the worksheet where the data entry has to go, and then the retrieval part, the indexing and indexing part of the books, and later on the search part, and the export and import of data. And in the CDS ISIS, the UNESCO has given a special facility because it was written in a Pascal language. So they have given options to the users. They can integrate their own developed Pascal programs into CDS ISIS. In the INSDOC, in 1987, we were well versed with the CDS ISIS package. I used myself the CDS ISIS package, and when we were very well versed with the software, then we started giving a training. That's the training part to the library staff first. So we developed a database into CDS ISIS that was purely a bibliographic database, and there was not much of numerical integration. So one of the important functions of the library operations, that is the acquisition, that was difficult to add into it. Later on, through various programs like Decidoc, they have developed a Pascal programs. They have integrated some of the circulation part, or creating a user database, integrating with the library book database and the acquisition part. So that was the CDS ISIS. Then around 1989, from Calcutta, library software package was initiated, and later on there are so many software packages started coming up in India. The first one which came as a commercial software package was the Libsys, and then later on a software called Alice for Windows, and at the same time Wipro also developed, and many of the libraries, they have developed their in-house software packages for library automation activities. Now these software packages, they were the integrated software packages, in the sense they are, you cannot implement them into a stage wise manner. So the demand was that in the library software packages, we should have a modular design. The advantages of the modular design is that as and when you want to add a particular library functions into your software, you can add it. Let us say the modular systems, they are developed into basically three main categories. The first category is the standard modules. Then the second category is the advanced modules, and the third category is the special modules. In the standard modules, the management module, the circulation module, they are the main thing. In the management module, they were having a cataloging management system. One can catalog the resources through the management module. And the circulation module is having a facility of creating a user database. Also, in the users database, borrowers database, one can add the circulation functions like issue return, reservations, calculations of the fine at the late return system. Then in the special category, there is a system which is called an indexing and extracting module, periodical module, serial control, that was, and multimedia also into it. Multimedia means you can add an image of the borrower, and you can add the cover image of the document, and one can add a content part of the resources. And in the special category, one can go for a web-based system, WebOPAC, or interlibrary loan, and union catalog. That time it was very much required. That is the standard feature, one feature, that you should have a module-based system. And in the module-based system, later on, one by one, more and more standard, more and more advanced, more and more special modules added depending on how the library functions they were developed. Now, again, the very important part in the software packages is the implementation part of the software. How you will implement the software in your library. Now, this implementation of the software, it requires a lot of understanding and the preparation on the part of a library. Before you really buy a software, one has to see what are the functions and they want to put into the software, and where actually they will put the terminals, the server, the various functional terminal on the circulation desk or on the reference desk or in the technical area. In the technical area where cataloging is going on, where acquisition is going on, where classification is going on, and the serial is another important aspects, functions of the library. So one has to decide in the implementation at what positions and what are the library functions that we want to put into the library software. So the first stage is in the implementation is the site preparation. Overall, this is what we are going to achieve through the library software packages is we are trying to have a library automation activity. And library automation activity is not only just putting the software into the system, but also looking into the various hardware which can be integrated with the software. The various hardware that we can think of various electrical equipment, machine equipments, or computer equipment library, and can integrate with the software package. For example, in the society that we have observed, this system of barcoding. Now, this system of barcoding in the society they used to have for the store, taking a store inventory. In this store inventory, they were having a different items. They are stored in the shelves, and they are taking inventories, and they are making minimum level of the stock into it. Now, in the library, we also thought of using the barcode. Now, the question is, for what purpose we will use a barcode? So, the best thing we have noted is that barcode can be used for identification of the